when it comes to sitting in it until it passes, that's interesting. And I don't think I think the impulse is there for people to sit in this until it passes. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think that when we're in a pretty severe shutdown state, our body needs rest. I really believe it. It's simply, not simply, but partially, it just needs rest. And that is true. And if we can allow that to happen without judging it, that could be helpful. So if you're recognizing like I'm really in this state, my body's telling me to go rest, and I can do it. I'm not saying like sleep through work, but I'm saying in general, I took care of the day's responsibilities, took care of my kids, took care of my whatever. Um, but even for myself, if like the kids are taken care of, my wife and I got dinner ready. We, hung out. So like all the basics are there. Maybe we didn't put away the laundry, which happens a lot. So maybe the laundry is just kind of sitting in a pile. But if I'm being honest with myself, I need to crash. Like I just need, and it's not like I'm worn out. It's like my body's in more of a shutdown state, and I just need to have some time alone. And that might be crashing and sleeping, maybe. But for me, it also, like I pointed out, this chair over here, that's my corner spot. If I sit there mindfully in quiet, I can sit there and do a little bit of meditation and kind of come out of that. Like it just being still, I know for me, in quiet helps out a lot. But the quiet part of it. So it's like, can we recognize that first off, we just need some sort of rest or stillness or lower level of stimulation, and that's kind of what that corner gives me. It's and this room in particular it's a lower level of stimulation for me in general. The room's not quite done yet, but in general, and usually I have this top light off. Right now it's on just for this, and you can see the glow in my bald head. But usually it's off, and there's just soft lights on. So this is my like low stimulation spot, and if I can say, I'm really kind of in this more dorsal vagal shutdown place, not fully shut down. But I just need to have some stillness and some quiet and way reduced stimulation. I need some space from the kids, maybe for a little bit. I'll come in here, and I don't lock myself in here and close the door, but I'll have the door open. But I just have some like quiet time, and that does it for me. But I don't judge it, and I'll sit there, and then I kind of feel into it, and I just close my eyes, and I'll allow myself to feel whatever it is I'm feeling, and that mindful attuning to what I'm going through helps me to come out of it. For more severe stuff, I do need, like sometimes I do just need to sleep, a lot of sleep. And so I'll go to bed early without judging it, and just let my body crash. And, that seems to help also. But it's like the impulse to do these things is there. The impulse when we're in flight fight, the impulse to push or run or, I don't know, walk, ride a bike, the impulse to do something with that energy, to hit even. I'm not saying hit people, don't do that. But the impulse to like let it out in some way, it's there. And if we can mindfully attune to it, hopefully it won't look like hitting people. We don't want that. But we might be able to say, like, I have a lot of energy in my hands, and my hands want to do, some sort of like choking thing. We don't go choke people. We don't do that. But in my hands, I feel this energy, and I can mindfully like clench them and release. Or I can grab something. Peter Levine talks about getting a paper towel and like choking the paper towel roll. and mindfully doing that and allowing that energy to come out can be really helpful. So the impulse is there to do these things. If we slow down enough to really feel it, to feel into it, like you said, to feel into it, and then it'll tell us the next step. If you're, able to notice what the next step is.